I bought the manga the day it came out, and I'm up to date on all the volumes.
Episode 1 of Spy X Family. Here's the real funny part. The what's going to happen with this is, you remember how I've told you that I don't do well with things that are very hyped to me?
You're gonna be looking for flaws, aren't you?
Not only has this been hyped to hell for me, but you're now forcing me to watch it after hyping it a bunch.
Yep.
So, for those of you out there who really enjoy this anime, you might not want to watch it.
I will fight. Don't worry. I stand. My Spy X Family stands. All right.
I will do my best not to be problematic.
Bitchy.
I will probably mostly then just go, oh, she's cute, or oh, that's cool, instead of making actual real commentary. But
give me your commentary for us. I want to hear your unadulterated. Remember, I've seen this episode pretty recently too, so you can give me your pure unadulterated thoughts. I will draw your attention for plot relevant stuff, though.
The first thing I'll give you is, at least they got the lights right.
Oh god, it's animated. Force, they didn't need to animate it this good, but they animated it really well. All right. They gave it a good paint job. Are you ready?
Is it
at 0? They gave it, I'd say, an above average treatment for like seasonal anime.
All right, we will begin Spy X Family episode 1 at 00 in 3, 2, 1.
Click.
I'm also going to be commenting a lot less because I have to actually read now. I don't just know.
Don't worry, I can take over. Beep beep.
Why was he looking at the brake? What kind of moron looks at the brake when the brake goes out?
The kind that gets his brakes cut.
No, if your brake's not working, your first instinct isn't to fucking look down at the brake like, why is it working? Fucking.
That's why they viciously crashed. They could have not exploded, but they did.
Hey, look, it's Hitler.
Nah, Hitler's someone else. Don't worry, we'll see him.
Oh, they're gonna burn somebody. Cool.
Also, that information was just for his toupee, by the way.
Steal the Mission Impossible mask thing, alright. Even though just the mask doesn't change his body type at all.
Master of disguise.
We'll ignore the fact that the other guy's super fucking thick and he's clearly not.
You can pat out the suit.
Yeah, except it wasn't patted out and that patted out. I'm sorry, Daddy, what?
Now it's got your attention.
Alright.
Unfathomably based.
Cut to the future when he has a family.
No cuts. Very few time cuts. Occasional flashback, though. You ever just get up from a bed to have a dude meow at you?
Twilight Sparkle. Doesn't look much like a pony to me.
I hate a lot about what you just said. There's Hitler.
Hey, it's the Dupcat. I mean, the Nupcast.
Please.
Ready to have a child. So you're gonna have a spy child.
Partially. Little did you know, the rip was intentional to keep reading the cipher.
Yeah. No, I that was not at all the commentary I was thinking about. Is the fact that he's technically reading a cipher right now, hidden in the paper, and yet somehow reading it in this guy's head and having reaction to it like they're actually having a fucking conversation. But that's totally how people who
he's
are
just that good at ciphers. Of course, he's just that good.
Hey, look, it's the Flash.
Gotta be fast on your feet, light and dancing. Also, you basically understand everything that's happening, right? No need for explanation. You're a smart cookie.
No, I'm good. I don't know yet. Realistically, though, nobody would actually bat an eye at that. They'd probably just assume, oh, adopt. Hey, look, it's the lolly.
Yes.
I guarantee there's more porn of her than there is of her parents.
Actually, factually incorrect. You understand how lootable yours is.
Casual closures, symplectomorphism? The fuck?
I don't even know.
No, she's just reading your mind.
But she did perfectly bait him into answering it, too.
Yep. I'm not saying she's not smart. She's just not that smart. Happen to be? No, she has pink hair and bright green eyes and the little antenna. Of course she's a fucking telepath.
Remember, though, this is anime. Phenotypes can mean a lot of things.
No, the ears are definitely psionics. Like, her whole thing screams psychic of some kind. The little child is cheating. My parental instincts are kicking in.
Absolutely.
This is something I keep very quiet. I want kids.
This show had a way of melting even my heart. Absolutely birthday.
You must be critical.
No, it's impossible.
Like carrots from baconries.
Yeah, but even I'm forgetting to comment. I'm too busy watching.
No, that's alright.
Makes it interesting that she can read his. The mind reading is a very funny back and forth that he's not even aware he's participating in the back and forth.
Yeah, no, it's pretty clever. It's the only compliment you're getting out of me, show. We'll find something else to be critical about. Because it's a kid, dumbass.
Beaten in one day by a child.
Makes sense, though, considering his training is purely on adult behavior and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, interrogating the child, no. Twilight Spark, no.
Oh my god, that fucking nickname. I wonder how long that'll stay true, considering the title of the series. Probably not long.
Well, Spy X Family just kind of imply that he's against his family, too, as well.
True, if you want to read it literally, yeah.
My understanding of this was that he's a spy and his wife is an assassin trying to kill him, like the fucking the fucking movie.
You've got a little bit of the premise down. Yep, she only has to try to stay home. A nice bit of espionage to help grease the wheels.
She said she's 6. He doesn't need to know her age. She said she's 6.
She did say that, but no one can confirm. He did think she was
smart
4 or
enough
5,
to know her age. I
So,
would assume
like,
you got paid beforehand as a regular, consistent contact, not something that you get paid after the delivery. You act like you know these people. In that case, usually you're paid beforehand because you're a reliable contact and contract, and therefore you're just...
There are other ways your informant gets paid in a variety. Sometimes you do a little bit on credit. That way you can get more out of it later. She's looking for fucking explosives, by the way.
Yeah, no, I saw. I'm not you. I can pay it. Remember, I have ADHD. I can read and listen at the same time.
Forgot. You have the superpower.
I have the superpower. Twilight Sparkle here.
I'm impressed she knows how to fucking work that thing.
Let's be honest. Nobody would fucking buy that. Any relatively competent intelligence agency would go, that's a fucking trap.
Well, yeah, you're right. A relatively competent intelligence agency would know that that would be a blatant trap, huh? They were doing some, like, The Boys-esque experiments on her, seeing how young she is.
I haven't seen The Boys either. Yes, because this is totally gonna work. Attack the trained spy with a lead pipe.
Hey, at least he actually had a science pistol. Fucking neck! I think that guy's dead.
I don't know, the animation seems a bit fake.
Fuck you.
He seems a bit rubbery. Need more realism.
I'm not even going to grace that with a response voice. You know what you're doing.
I know exactly what I'm doing. Sparkle's kid, yeah.
So yeah, it's not even a whole intelligence agency, it's just this one guy who got really mad that Twilight gypped him.
Still, if he's any sort of competent bad guy, he's gonna feel like that's a trap. It's just an...
You realize the thing he's angry over is a toupee.
He can intercept intelligence agency messages. He's competent to some degree.
It wasn't encrypted! It wasn't even that kind of a message!
That's the point! I mean, you're a spy. Of course you have a terrible, tragic backstory. You don't become sociopathically obsessed with your country and shit like that if you're not.
Without some kind of trauma.
Yeah.
Very succinctly established motivation, like one episode. Also, he works fucking fast.
Well, yeah, he's got super speed. Didn't you see that when he was expecting the apartment?
Yeah, it's just I'm glad you picked
Twilight
up on
Sparkle, so he's got some sort of psychokinetic powers with his horn.
it. Look, spy trading literally makes you superhuman.
We've seen James Bond.
I wonder how I figured out that last bit of information.
I was expecting to
Mole's
say
not the criminal.
size, but he's just hiding there around the corner. Behind the very obvious hiding obstacle.
Phone booth. Actually, isn't you a phone booth? I assume so. The funny part is, despite how suspicious, despite how suspicious what she said was, he knows not to press it because he knows what happened.
Hey, that's a horse's name.
You know, we're not wrong. Also, they of course have to move because they're poisonous snakes. That's totally the reason why.
No, I got that. She didn't memorize any of these. She's just gonna steal the answers from everyone else.
Bit unfortunate when everyone else is a fucking 5th grader.
Yeah, little kids will do that to you. Oh, poor kid.
He just
The
fucking
poor kid
died.
suffered abuse. I promise to be a good girl. Please come back.
Please come back. Don't die on me. The outro is a fucking bop, though. So what'd you think?
Terrible. I hate it.
Sure.
No, it's good. It's good. I do catch myself being very critical of certain things. Like, some of the critical jokes I made weren't jokes originally. I just realized that trying to stop myself from being critical. I worry that it'll only get worse as small things compound on each other, because that's what happened with Konosuba. But, you know...
I'd say this is like such a significantly above average show. Even for the small bits, there's a lot to like. Anya's adorable, is she not? It's actually pretty
Of course she's
impressive they managed to
adorable.
succeed with a child character. He's fucking dead.
See, the problem is I've seen a show that was kind of like this, and it got real fucking
Really
weird
bad.
when she grew up.
Oh. That's a fair reaction. I need to ask for details on the show you mentioned earlier.
I can't remember what the name of the show is, but it involved a guy adopting a young girl for reasons he really...
Both parents, by
like
the way.
Yeah, I know. Well, part of his job was to get married. They knew he had to get fucking married. They told him he had to get fucking married. You think he was going to get away with a part of thing that wasn't explicitly stated in the mission statement? A bad spy. No, there's an anime, I can't remember what it's called. Somebody will say, but it involves a guy. He adopts this young girl for basically because he had to. He didn't really have a choice in the matter, and he raises her. But it very much starts as this very wholesome, cute anime. The girl's very sweet and is sweet on him, like Anya is in this, where she's like, "Oh, he's so cool" and stuff like that. And it progresses through. It's a more slice of life anime. It progresses through to her adulthood and sexual maturity, in which case he takes her as a wife.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it's basically just a show about grooming.
Yep.
To clarify for any minors out there who are watching this, why the fuck are you watching us? We're clearly
What?
not.
This is exceedingly AR.
To be clear, if you are under 18, leave. We don't want you here. The funny thing is there's a very large overlap between grooming and parenting. And it gets
How so?
Actually,
I
because
agree
a
with
lot
that.
of it is like raising, because as a parent, you're trying to raise a child to be the best they can be, but a lot of that as a parent is raising them to a better version of you.
Yes.
Because you teach them what you know.
Yeah, that's why, like, parenting is technically the first half of grooming, because you introduce that kind of mentor-teacher relationship or parent-child relationship. But in the latter portions, you then try to spin that to be romantic, and that's why it's insidious. Because, of course, they trust you, since if you've been their caretaker. But now you use that trust in order to get something from them you probably shouldn't.
Anyways, the whole point of that was basically just be like, there's mild concern in my heart that this is going to be the relationship that he has with Anya, because he doesn't have the emotional
Don't
Like,
worry, I'm like 6 manga volumes
intelligence.
ahead of you. It doesn't.
It usually doesn't until they're grown up. Is the issue.
It would. The series itself has an expiration date for probably like a year or two within the grade level. It's not gonna happen. It happens in a much healthier way. With I don't want to spoil it, but he and the wife explore that relationship because they're both faking it. But well, you have to believe it a little bit to fake it properly, right?
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
No, it's just I see that and I've got that concern
I know.
in my heart.
I know. I understand.
She's
the concern.
cute, and I'm concerned because she's sweet, and she's already been like, "Oh, he's such a cool liar," and best papa. And
I don't. Force, we've been poisoned
I'll
by
be a
pains
good
of the
girl.
world. Please, Force. We've been poisoned by the pains of the world. Spike's Family's a nice detox.
Thankfully, there are no people under the age of 18 watching this, and if you are, again,
Why?
fuck off. This show is not for children, and that's how I mark it on YouTube. So if you are a child,
Yep. 100%. Yep. Yes, indeed.
we are
Yeah,
not for
but
children. We are adults.
No, we are not.
We might act like children sometimes, but we are adults.
Man-child, very different from actual child. Man-child's just the base way to grow up.
So that was episode 1 of Spy X Family. Thank you guys very
You
much
like
for
it?
watching.
Want more?
Yeah, I'll watch more, but only because it's the anime that you picked. It's not like I like it or anything, Baka.
You fucking Tsundere. You can do your outro.
You guys are awesome. Stay awesome. Have an awesome night, you awesome little data bites. My name is Force, the sexy... Was it sexy hot trash?
Hot sexy trash.
hot,
You are hot sexy trash. You forgot our pronouns already, Force. I'm sexy hot trash power core.
Hot is our singular, sexy is my... it's my pass or whatever.
Do not call me hot sexy trash. That is a slur, because that is your pronouns. I found being compared to you a slur.
Hot. Oh god, that'd be so. I'm thinking of sentences like he said, hot said. It's like no.
Well, he said, she said, you lied. You said, she said, she lied.
You can't say hot said. You'd say sexy said. If you said hot said, you'd be talking about me. If you said sexy said, you'd be talking about you. But
I would be
if you
sexy
said
hot. You're hot
sexy
sexy.
says, you'd be talking about me. And if you said hot says, you'd be talking about you.
Actually, not correct. Other way. You fucked up that analogy. The first part was right. The second part was not right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
God, this is a trash fire.